Martyrs Church in Dar es Salaam during Sunday Mass. This is why today we're comforted that at the end of his journey on this earth, we spent it in Holy Mass. We thank you, spiritual leaders, for giving us this opportunity. The family would like to express our gratitude to President Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for being with us at the burial of our beloved, accompanied by leaders from the two governments, retired presidents led by Ali Hassan Mwinyi and Jakaya Kikwete. We thank you for being with us. We would like to express our gratitude to the government for being with us since the time our beloved fell ill until his death. You've been with us shoulder to shoulder.
Hii sio tu kuwa imempa fursa ya mpendo wetu kuagwa na waumini wenzake, bali pia imempa fursa ya kuagwa na waumini wa dini na madhehebu mengine. Hivyo tunawashukuru sana viongozi wa dini kwa kupatia hiyo fursa.
President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, has said she will not lay down residents of Chato and Geita region on their request to establish a new region and urged them to start the process so that the government can see whether the requirements have been met. The request to create a new region has been made by the chairman of the elderly in Chato district, Samuel Bigambo, when giving his message of condolences for former President, the late Dr. John Magufuli, who was laid to rest today at his home village in Chato district, Geita region.
Nigusie kidogo mambo ambayo ameyasema mzee wetu hapa, mzee Bigambo.
Let me touch on some of the things that were mentioned by Mzee Migambo. One about Chato becoming a region. Let me say that I have information that processes have started, and once you have completed, submit to the government and we shall look at merits. And if it qualifies to be a region on its own, we shall grant you. If standards fall short, we will instruct you on what to do to meet the requirements in order for you to meet your objective. But to honor our leader, I implore you to comply, and we shall see how we can proceed. Regarding the lack in medicine, I shall work on it, knowing that in the past 5 years, our government reduced significantly the shortage in medicine. And if there is a lack of medicine in Chato, then there is a problem that we must address.
Hayati John aliacha.
The late Honorable John had planned to do a lot of things, but because God loved him, he is gone. During one meeting, he told us that we want to make Chato into a region. Therefore, should this promise die? It cannot, because you were in the meeting. We are very hopeful, and in my life's experience, we prefer rather than mother dying, it's better for the father to die. Because even if you disagree, homes that are left to fathers get ruined.
Sasa je, hiyo ahadi ife?
Present at the funeral for the former president, the late Dr. John Magufuli, were retired presidents, Dr. Jakaya Kikwete of the fourth phase government, Al Hassan Mwinyi of the second phase government, and former president of Zanzibar, Dr. Ali Mohamed Shein.
Mtu mwadilifu, mchapa kazi, mfuatiliaji makini kweli kweli.
He was ethical, hardworking, but he did not tolerate laziness, theft or embezzlement. When he came forward to ask to be nominated to contest for the presidential seat for CCM in 2015, I did not hesitate to nominate him. He was brave. He used to calculate for me the total number of fish on Lake Victoria, but illegal fishermen saw what was coming to them. He did a lot of work and the number of fish began to increase. In my legacy, I wanted to be remembered for connecting regions in Tanzania by tarmac road. He was the right man for the job, and I gave him the ministry in charge of construction.
Leo ni siku nyingine ngumu sana kwangu na kwa taifa la Tanzania, kwani ndio siku ya mwisho ya kuagana na kipenzi chetu hayati Dr. Magufuli. hatutamuona tena katika uhai wetu, bali tutamuona kwa kuyaenzi mambo yale mazuri aliyotuachia.
Mheshimiwa Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, kati ya sifa moja kubwa alionayo, basi alikuwa ni mkweli wa dhati, ni muungwana. Ukweli wake ulimpitia kwamba haogopi binadamu mwenziwe, anamogopa Mwenyezi Mungu peke yake. Kuna maelezo mengi sana ninayo leo sisika kuyasema, lakini ni mtu ambaye anadhibiti siri anayosema na anayofanya, hamhadithii yasiyehusika.
Others who gave messages of condolences at the funeral of former President Dr. John Pombe Magufuli at his home village in Chato District, Geita region includes the Chief of Defense Forces General Venance Mabeo, Speaker of Parliament Job Ndugai, Chief Justice Professor Ibrahim Juma, and the Vice Chairman of CCM Philip Mangula.
Upendo wake kwa vyombo vya ulinzi na usalama pia alionyesha.
He loved peace and safety organs. He expressed it in the way he involved them in various economic activities and our nation's development. He said that we cannot have strong organs without a strong economy. We cannot depend on charity to strengthen our organs, and that we must strengthen our economy in order to strengthen our peace and security organs. In this regard, our organs have been included in the economic activities. For instance, our involvement in protecting the Tanzanite mine.
Tunasimama na Watanzania wote kusikitika na kutoa pole nyingi sana, lakini kipekee kumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa maisha ya Dr. John Pombe Joseph Magufuli. Kipekee sisi bunge tumhakikishie Mheshimiwa Rais wetu Samia Suluhu Hassan ushirikiano wa kila aina. Tutasimama naye kwa kila ambalo tunaweza kufanya kuhakikisha kwamba anafanikiwa na nchi yetu inafanikiwa zaidi na zaidi na zaidi.
Majaji wakuu hawa katika salamu zao walimzungumziaje Dr. Magufuli? Wanasema ni kiongozi mwenye maono ya mbali aliyetumia uwezo wake wote kustawisha na kutetea maslahi ya Tanzania na Afrika kwa dhati. Alisema vile vile alikuwa ni sauti mbadala.
Residents in Singida Town and Manyoni District turned up in various areas to watch on television the burial ceremony of former President, the late Dr. John Magufuli, held at his home village in Chato, Geita region.
We've decided not to show sports, but instead show the burial of our beloved, the former President of United Republic of Tanzania, because not everyone had the opportunity to go to Chato. There are so many people in mourning. My condolences to the family of the late Honorable Magufuli. Media outlets have done well in connecting us to what is going on in Chato. We are very grateful. We continue to pray for our President, Samia Suluhu Hassan.
The elder in Kigoma region have said former President, the late Dr. John Magufuli, will be remembered as a leader who had improved their welfare with better health care services. The late president appeared to accelerate the recognition of elderly and their needs within our region. We have been able to form councils at a very rapid pace, to the extent everybody never wanted to see the end of it all. A lot has improved in this period. We praise the late Dr. Magufuli because he recognized the traditional healers and the natural remedies. In this case of COVID-19, Dr. Magufuli made it clear that we can get rid of it by using natural remedies. We're very saddened. We mourn with everyone else in Tanzania and sending our condolences to Mama Magufuli and our President Mama Samia Suluhu, so she can lead us and continue to recognize the elderly and their needs.
Na pale ambapo mipangilio ya wazee mkoa wa Kigoma na taifa zima ilikuwa imepangwa.
And that is the end of the national news. International news comes next after the break. And in international news, at least 32 people were killed and more than 60 others injured after two trains collided north of the Egyptian city of Sohag on Friday. More on the story. The collision caused 3 passengers' cars to flip over, and videos on local media from the scene showed wagons from passengers trapped inside and surrounded by debris. The health ministry said in a statement 32 people were killed and 66 injured. Egypt Railway Authority said the train collided after emergency brakes were triggered by unknown individuals near the city of Sohag, about 500 kilometers south of the capital, Cairo. Now moving on, President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya has received the COVID-19 vaccine alongside members of his cabinet and other senior state officials. The head of state was inoculated at the State House, Nairobi, prior addressing the nations on the COVID-19 situation in the country.
%70 of Kenya's reported cases of COVID-19 have been recorded in the counties of Nairobi, Kajiado, Machakos, Kiambu, and Nakuru. These counties are individually and collectively declared a disease-infected area.
And that is the end of international news. Business comes next after the break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
And in business news, residents in rural parts of Handeni District, Tanga region today stopped economic activities such as farming to join other Tanzanians as a sign of respect for the former president, the late Dr. John Magufuli, who was laid to rest at his home in Chato District, Geita region.
We decided that today we should stop work temporarily to join our friends who are in Chato to bid farewell to our beloved, the President of Tanzania.
Kuna wengine wamekaa wapiga bodaboda hapiki kazi, wenye matinga walimi kwa sababu rahisi.
We must first bury our president before work resumes. Magufuli has built us a dispensary and constructed roads without forgetting the water project.
Kwanza kabisa naipongeza ITV kwa kazi nzuri.
First and foremost, I commend ITV for an excellent job. After his death was announced, you decided to come to Malaysia and different villages. We cannot proceed with work until our beloved president has been buried.
Kazi kwa muda huu mpaka tujue kabisa rais wetu mpendwa ameshapumzishwa kwenye nyumba yake ya milele.
As former president, the late Dr. John Magufuli was laid to rest today in Chato District, Gator Region. Vegetable traders and food vendors at Fairley area, Magoli Wadi in Kilosa District, Morogoro Region, today stopped business activities for several hours to commemorate the former president. They said he had allowed construction of stalls for traders at Fairley area in Dumila. It was the last year in the 8th month. We needed the expansion of this area, and he built it on time. We left our activities. We are mourning Honorable Magufuli. We have closed all of our activities since early morning. Coming together with Tanzanians from Chato, we are saddened for the fallen hero in Tanzania. It is the naked truth. He devoted his life for us. We cannot pay him. The only thing we can do is pray for him. And that is the end of business news. Sports comes next after the break.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Marquinhos, he did lose to Lynn.
And in sports, the captain of the national beach soccer team, which will face Burundi on the 30th of March, has the fact that they have 2 games at home has given them hope of qualifying for AFCON.
Timu iko vizuri, tunakaa vizuri, tunafanya mazoezi vizuri, tunapokea maelekezo vizuri kutoka kwa walimu na morali pia wachezaji ni nzuri. Kwa hiyo tuna matumaini makubwa kuelekea kwenye mechi hizi. Lakini pia beach soccer na uzoefu wa muda mrefu kidogo, nimeshiriki mashindano ya mataifa ya Afrika yaliyofanyika mara mwisho 2018 Egypt. Kwa kupitia experience tuliokuwa nayo kama timu, tukashirikiana, tunaamini tutapata matokeo kwenye mchezo wetu.
Matumaini ni makubwa sana kutokana na aina maandalizi tunaofanya. Kwa hiyo tuna imani tutapata matokeo mechi zote mbili. Ni kweli kutokuwepo na ligi wakati mwingine kidogo tunakosa match fitness kutokana na kukosa ligi, lakini pia majanga kidogo ya COVID ndio yalisababisha matokeo yote hakuna ligi msimu huu. Lakini pia maandalizi nadhani yatasaulisha hata kutokuwepo kwa ligi, na imani tutafanya vizuri.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic marked his return to international football after 5 years absence as an assist as Sweden beat Georgia in the World Cup 2022, qualifying opener on Thursday. More on the game.
The 39-year-old volleyed the ball across the area for Victor Claesson to bundle home just before the break. Georgia had few chances, although Levan Shengelia was denied late on by a superb Christopher Nordfeld save. Ibrahimovic's return meant he became the oldest player to represent Sweden.
The Premier League's referees body in England is aiming to improve the use of video assistant referees next season after surveying key figures at the club. More on the report.
It will be presented to referees in the summer as part of a plan to help with the constituency of decision-making. There is an acceptance that the use of VAR could be improved after several controversial incidences this season. Earlier this season, referee Mike Dean had 2 red cards overturned on appeal after he used VAR to send off Southampton's Jan Bednarek and West Ham's Thomas Soucek.
Lewis Hamilton says world champions Mercedes are not the fastest team heading into the first race of the new Formula One season in Bahrain. More on the story.
Struggled with their car in testing, and Hamilton said the title fight would absolutely be closer than 2020, which he and his team dominated. Hamilton said that the team had been working hard in the week and a half since testing finished to understand the problems they were having with their car, which was unstable at the rear. Red Bull appeared to be in the best shape after pre-season testing, but have been keen to play down claims that they are favourites.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. Thank you for watching and good night.